Hello.
Hi. Oh wait, let me see if I can see it on here.
Yeah, can you see it?
Please.
Are we starting?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, hello everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Live at Lunch with the WCA. I'm Becca.
I'm Olivia.
And I'm the Outreach Coordinator, and Liv is the Prevention Coordinator. Today we're going to be talking about our 5 favorite memories from our year of service with the Women's and Children's Alliance. So we're both Jesuit volunteers, which is an AmeriCorps partner organization. So we dedicate a year of service to an organization and help them out with capacity building and whatever they need. But first, we just want to start off by saying that the Women's and Children's Alliance is open. We know that right now, in this time of isolation, people might be having trouble with domestic violence more than they had previously because of the close contact with potential abusers or any kind of unhealthy relationship. So if you or someone you know is having problems, please call our hotline. It's 24/7 and client advocates are available to help you. The hotline number is 208-343-7025. So make sure to call that. Also, court advocates, even though the courthouse is not open, they are also available at our building at 720 West Washington. Something we found out recently is that compared to last year's first quarter, this first quarter, our calls related to domestic violence are up 93%. So we can see that this time of isolation really is having some real effects on people in unhealthy relationships. So yeah, make sure to give us a call. And if it's not safe for you to call, our building is open for you to come in and get help. All right.
Great. Yeah, so we've been with the WCA since August. That's when our year of service started. And since then, we've had the opportunity to do a lot of really amazing things with the Boise community. And so we're going to talk about a few of what those are today, or a few of our favorites today.
Yeah.
So my first favorite memory from serving with the WCA is definitely in October, which was Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and we had the Subi 5K. I am definitely not a runner. I don't often do 5Ks, but it was really cool to get out and see the community all rallying around one another, and there were people walking, me, and there were people running, and everyone was cheering one another on as we were going through the 5K, and it was just a really positive experience seeing everyone supporting healthy relationships and the WCA's vision of a community that thrives in safe and healthy relationships. So that was a really positive and cool experience for me.
Yeah, I got to see all those pictures and it looked so awesome. And I know every year the Jesuit volunteers who work at the WCA, they really enjoy doing the Subi 5K and being involved in that. So I came to the WCA in November, and one of the first outreach events that I did was the Concert for Cause in November. And our amazing what is her title? Lisa? Corporate Pillars Specialist Program Manager. Lisa, she handles all the planning for that, and she put on an amazing event. And we had so many people from the community came out and supported us, and we got to see ex-ambassadors, and we were doing outreach, so we got a table right behind the bar and got a pretty front row seat of ex-ambassadors and got to hear the music and got to hear from people who, have been supporters of the WCA for a while, and got to talk to a lot of people. So that was a really great introduction to the WCA and to how supportive the Boise community is of this work and how important it is.
Yeah, that was a really fun night.
That was great.
I also keep looking over to my right because I have my computer so that we can see questions and comments. So thank y'all for joining us. Oh, Tracy said ladies in red. This was an accident. This was me to wear red. We didn't notice until
horrible accident.
Yeah, we didn't notice until we sat down together and we're like, oops, fashion faux pas. Anyway, yeah, so I think my next favorite thing so far from my year of service, as prevention coordinator, we work a lot with the community doing weekly small group sessions at a number of different places, whether that's Frank Church Girls Group. Frank Church is an alternative high school, or Harmony House, which is an inpatient facility for youth with substance addiction issues. And those weekly meetings to talk about healthy relationships and violence prevention are really powerful and meaningful to me. I really enjoy being able to meet up with the youth, but we start off every meeting with a check-in question. And I think it's a really fun way to get silly and get to know one another really well. So one of my favorites is asking, if you were a shoe today, if your mood was a shoe, what would your shoe be? And it's really fun to see how creative they get. And kind of get to know them better.
Let's do it. If you were a shoe today.
Today, if I were a shoe, I'm wearing it. I'd probably be my platform silver Birkenstock.
Show the people.
This is my shoe, because it's a little bit worn out, but she's still working, and she's comfortable, but looks cute, I guess.
Supportive.
Yeah, so I'm feeling comfortable and supported today.
Good.
What would you be if you were a shoe?
If I were a shoe, I think I'd be a flip-flop.
Oh.
Today I'd be a flip-flop.
Okay.
Feeling very, comfortable. Feel like just getting outside, being in the warmth. It's been so nice out lately, and it's really sunny today. Really enjoying it. I'd be a flip-flop.
Yeah. So if anyone has any really good check-in questions, offer them up. We'd love to get some more.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Let's see if you got me.
I think my next favorite memory that I can think of, I really like getting to spend time with our outreach volunteers. So we've had a couple times where we'll just like put up on Facebook really quick, like, hey, we need ribbons made for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month or for Denim Day or whatever. And we always have a group of like super dedicated outreach volunteers who come, make ribbons with us, hang out, eat our like Girl Scout cookies, and just have a good time. And then we got to paint rocks for Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. But yeah, it's just been amazing to get to know the people who have been involved with the WCA for so long, way before I got here, and have been here for years and are so dedicated and really passionate about the work.
Yeah, this week is actually Volunteer Appreciation Week as well, so shout out to all those volunteers that come and hang out with us for a couple hours and do kind of monotonous tasks but make them really fun and meaningful, so we really appreciate you.
It'd be really boring if it was just us.
Yeah, so. I couldn't do it.
So thank you.
We appreciate that. Looking forward to getting back to
seeing you all in person.
Seeing you all in person and your faces, and maybe getting to hug eventually. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. So for our fifth favorite thing that we've done so far in our year of service, both of us have the opportunity to go to schools and do break the cycle presentations and get to meet with students of all different age groups. And I think both of us have really enjoyed that experience and getting to meet youth from all over the Treasure Valley and talk to them about healthy relationships and unhealthy relationships and warning signs, and kind of see them make those connections for themselves with the activities that we do about why it's so important to understand what components make up a healthy and safe relationship. So that's been really fun.
So as the prevention coordinator, Liv gets to do this all the time, and she works with our prevention manager, Tracy. And they come up with like amazing curriculums for these schools in the Treasure Valley, and I've gotten to go maybe 3 times, but every time I've gone, it's just been amazing to see these 7th, 8th high schoolers, 7th, 8th graders or high schoolers talk about what relationships mean to them, what's healthy, what's unhealthy, and like really understand what Liv and Tracy are trying to teach them. And so outreach and helping people understand our services is super important, and I'm really grateful to be a part of it. But seeing this side of it, where we're preventing this stuff from even happening in the first place, has been great too.
Yeah, it's really powerful. The goal of prevention is to alter the attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors that kind of contribute to violence, and starting those conversations early is really important. So it's really fun to be able to be the ones that go in and kind of start that with the youth, and hopefully that continues amongst their friend groups. It's really fun, I think, when we'll be there for a whole day, like doing class after class, which shout out to teachers. I don't know how you do it. Those days are absolutely exhausting. I know my mom's a teacher and she's on here somewhere. Hi, Mom. But I don't know how you do every single day, full day in the classroom. Props to you. But I think it's really fun when we'll do a few classes and then kids will come in and they'll say, hey, my friend from the class before said this, and they're really excited to do our activities and talk to us about healthy relationships. So that's a really cool thing that comes out of being in classrooms all day.
Yeah. And I just remembered one more memory. I'm just going to keep talking now. But we recently... I know, we have plenty of time. In February, I think it was in Caldwell, the ice skating ribbon there.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
Such a great night. They put on this ice skating...
Skate for a cause.
And I don't know how to ice skate. And Liv was a very supportive coach and teacher, and I went around the ice skating ribbon with my little walker and kind of semi-learned how to skate, and like didn't break any bones. So
she did amazing. I mean, even
success.
Side note, beyond our year of service in Boise and working with the WCA, Becca's tried so many different things since being here. She did skiing, we've gone ice skating, we did rafting, like just doing it all.
Just doing it all. Moved to Boise, became a new person.
Yeah, but honestly doing amazing at it. She learned to ice skate and ski within one day. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
She's an amazing coach. I owe it all to her. Let's see if there are any questions.
So for your questions, my mom says hi. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Christine.
Joining us from the East Coast.
Hello, Boston.
Does anyone have any questions about the JVC volunteer experience, being a JV with the WCA? We'd be happy to answer that.
Any of that.
A la Jonathan. Don't know what that means, Mom. Do you mean Jonathan Van Ness, our candle up in the corner? If anyone watches Queer Eye, we have this candle with Jonathan Van Ness on it.
Big fans.
Lovely.
Big fans.
Becca and Olivia, your important and life-changing work at the WCA is remarkable. What are some of the personal stories you have heard from community members that have meant a lot to you?
Wow.
Ooh, good question, Lisa. Personal stories and heard from community members that mean a lot to you. I think for me, a moment that stands out, as the prevention team, we're doing a project with the Boise School District, and that involved doing focus groups as well. And one of the focus groups that we did at Bora High School, which South Junior High feeds into, I was there with Tracy. Hey, Tracy. And one of the youth in the focus group at this high school recalled Tracy coming in to do a one-time classroom presentation at her junior high last year. And she recalled the information that Tracy said and knew about, was making connections between healthy relationships and violence prevention and red flags. And it was just really mind-blowing to see and hear. And this young person was talking about how she talks to her friends about this all the time and how she makes connections in her friend group and in her community and with her peers. And that was just so important and eye-opening to me, and made me realize that the work that the WCA is doing in terms of prevention is working and is important. And even though it might seem like a slow process, it's definitely making a difference. So that was a moment that really stuck out to me.
Yeah. I think every time we do any kind of outreach tabling, we'll get people who come up and tell us, disclose that the WCA has helped them in the past with some kind of domestic violence related situation, unhealthy relationship situation, and just realizing that you don't often get that opportunity to see that work in real life. And yeah, it's just amazing to hear people say that, be grateful for the work that the WCA is doing and has done.
Yeah, definitely. Christine Davis, hey Chris, asked why we decided to do a year of service.
So I decided to do a year of service because I felt like my college experience was very focused on myself and what my future plans were, and getting a job and figuring out what I wanted to do. And that's definitely what college is for. But also I thought about how many problems there are in the real world that I had no experience with. And I was looking to understand them more and figure out if there was a way that I could actually help. So I looked into a year of service, and luckily was contacted by JVC, and I had no idea about JVC Northwest before I was contacted, but I'm really grateful because I really this year's been great. Yeah.
I'm really grateful that you found it. What would I do without you? I came here in a sort of roundabout way. I started off my college career in the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps. I really wanted to do service that way, and that ended up not working out for medical reasons, but I knew that I still wanted to do a year of service somehow, mostly because I thought that it'd be a really good way to gain more perspective. I think growing up, I grew up in Massachusetts, in a little small suburb, and then I went to school in Massachusetts with people of similar socioeconomic class, and I just thought it would be really important and eye-opening to be able to go somewhere that I'd never been before and live with people and work in a community that I didn't have experience with and kind of gain that newer perspective, and it's definitely given me that, so I'm really appreciative as well.
Yeah.
We have no other
Anything
questions?
else?
No. Are there any other great memories that you have so far this year?
Of this year as a whole,
Yeah,
overall? Oh my gosh. Well, everything. It's been great.
it's been really good.
I'm really happy that the weather's getting nice again and we can go out and hike. Hiking has been great.
Mm-hmm.
The river hopefully will be open this summer because that was amazing.
It was really
Getting
fun.
to float the river. Yeah, what about you?
I don't know, I'm trying to think of our year as a whole. I guess we each should have done 5. That probably would have taken up a tad more time. Another one of my favorite memories, WCA-wise, from the year. We work with a group of 10 youth, our youth rep program, who are amazing young women in the community. They spearheaded this effort to do a Let Love Bloom event on Leap Day. Yeah, on Leap Day in February. And they got a bunch of flower donations and put little messages on them about people's worth, saying like, you're worthy of love, you're worthy of respect, you're worthy of safety. And we got to go to Rediscovered Books. Thank you, Rediscovered Books, for hosting us. And the youth reps went and passed out flowers all around town, and it was so cool to see people carrying flowers, and then when they'd make eye contact with someone else, they'd kind of laugh and be like, oh, the kids got you too, because the youth reps were like, there was probably 200 flowers that they passed out, and it was just a really cool experience to see the community coming together and to see our youth champion healthy relationships like that.
That's another favorite memory. During No More Week, we also went to Rediscovered Books. Another shout out to Rediscovered. And they let us put up a table out front, and we, No More Week is a national, I think it's a global campaign to raise awareness and try to bring awareness to domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
And people have to say why they say no more to domestic violence. So everyone who passes on the street would be like, hey, why do you say no more to unhealthy relationships and domestic violence? And they write down their reasons for why they say no more, and hearing people just be done accepting anything less than a healthy relationship was really encouraging and great way to spend the day.
Mm-hmm. We definitely get to work on the really positive side of domestic violence and domestic abuse because we're doing the prevention work and getting to work in the community and connect with people that are like-minded and excited about creating a community that thrives in safe and healthy relationships. So it's definitely uplifting to find people that have like the same hope as you and same dreams.
Yeah.
Chris asked, how have you adjusted to work to do outreach and prevention work remotely? Great question, Chris. We got Wi-Fi.
Woo!
We didn't have Wi-Fi in our house until last month. So it's like a whole new world. I feel like I'm just discovering the internet again. But that's been really helpful. We have our laptops, as I'm sitting here with my little laptop. We do our live streams, which is fun. And we do a lot of meetings via Zoom and Google Hangouts. So lots of virtually seeing people, which is nice to be able to still connect in that way. But definitely miss.
I'd say it's definitely an adjustment, and it feels weird to be doing outreach not in person, but we have like amazing interns. Shout out to the interns who are doing the social media campaigns. It's been a great way to learn how to do new outreach and further outreach, and we're hoping to continue doing more of this kind of stuff even when we reopen and get to see everyone in person.
Yeah, definitely. I think another thing when talking about working remotely, it's kind of easy to get sucked into your work when it's so easily accessible. Like, we're not traveling to the office and staying there from 9 to 5 and then coming back home. Your laptop's always with you. There's always that ability to pick it up and do work. And recognizing that might not be the healthiest thing to do, especially during a global pandemic when we're feeling other sorts of stresses and things like that. So being able to set boundaries and adhere to those, whether that's we have a park down the street where we go and we can get outside and get some sunshine and work out, or going for walks, or doing themed dinners to kind of like make things fun, but making sure that we put down our work at the end of the day and do things that kind of like uplift us so that we're able to still do this is really important for me, at least. What are your plans after a year of service? Dream careers? Lisa! With the hard-hitting questions. This is the elephant in the room, Lisa. I don't know what I plan on doing. I would love to stay in Boise. This is me. If anyone has a job, I'll send out my resume if you need it. But reaching out to a lot of organizations in the area and hoping to find work so that I'm able to stay in Boise is my goal. But even the Pacific Northwest in general, I really am enjoying it, and I don't feel like I can leave just yet. So hoping to stay here, find work, hopefully in this field, would be my dream career for next year, Lisa. So if you know anyone.
I also was not expecting when I moved to Idaho to like fall in love with it, but I absolutely did. I don't know exactly where I'll end up next. I know that I would like to move back here at some point if I can't stay here, but I love Boise, and I'd like to stay here. Yeah,
it'd be really hard to leave. Our year of service is up July 31st. So truly, keep your eyes out for us. We'd be very grateful and appreciative. My mom said, sad for you that you can't thrift store shop remotely. It really is sad. The thrift store, unfortunately, isn't operating right now and can't take donations. So definitely missing that. But at the same time, I'm wearing the same sweats pretty much every day.
Does it matter?
Does it matter? Probably not. Putting on this sweater was a really big move.
Big move. And we both wore red.
We both wore red. Oh, it's just a good color.
We live in the same house. It would have been so easy
to coordinate or to change.
Oh
well, it happens.
We're just too good.
I know. I miss the days when Tracy and I would walk into the office and we would be like, oh, we're wearing the same thing again. We would always inadvertently match. I think it's because we're on the same wavelength. I like to think that. She probably doesn't like to think that. But miss those days. Other favorite memories. I recently was thinking about how the last Tuesday of every month we would do our staff meeting. And the amazing admin, if you're on here, we appreciate you so much for when you order staff meal. Cause they always order from like a local restaurant, and it's always so delicious and amazing in a really cool way to try a new restaurant in the area. But boy, oh boy, do I miss getting really excited, running upstairs and eating with everyone.
What do they have today?
Oh my goodness.
And of course seeing everyone else who works at WCA. Yeah. Also great.
That's
great
true.
Part of the meeting.
We're just very food focused.
Well, if no one has any more questions, I think we will wrap up. So just to say it again, you are not alone if you're in an unsafe, unhealthy relationship right now. The WCA is open. You can call our 24/7 hotline, or if that's not safe for you, you can go to our administrative building, our crisis center, at 720 West Washington Street.
Yep. Yeah. We have staff there. You can knock on the door. They're doing it in a safe and clean way so that you can still get the services that you need. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Thank you all for joining us. And have a good rest of your week. Bye, everyone.